If I were rich. You've probably pondered that before, and if you have and noticed the grammar, congratulations, you've spotted the subjunctive mood in action. Now let's dive into what the subjunctive mood actually is. Well, first it's probably best to contrast it with the indicative mood, which talks about facts and real events. The subjunctive mood, in contrast, expresses things that are unreal, hypothetical, desired, or necessary. So it's used to express wishes, hypothetical situations, necessity or urgency, formal recommendations, hopes and fears. And you'll often hear it where emotion, possibility, or judgment is involved and not certainty. So let's look at two sentences. He was there and it was important that he be there. The first, he was there, is indicative, it's a fact. The second is subjunctive, it was important that he be there. We're not stating that he was there, we're just saying that it was important that he be there. The clue, in the subjunctive, we use the bare form of the verb, be, instead of was. Now there are three types of subjunctive in English, and let's look at them in turn. We have the subjunctive in that clauses, so this is also called the mandative subjunctive. This structure appears after verbs expressing suggestion, demand, or urgency, and examples include, we recommend that he go home. I insist that she stay here. They demanded that it be done immediately. Now notice that there's no S in the third person. There's no past tense markers. It's common in American English, but often replaced by modals in British English. So you might hear in British English, we recommend that she should go and he must stay until the end. We have the subjunctive in fixed expressions. So you have, these are often called leftovers from older forms of English and are often learned as chunks. So you have so be it, which is a rewriting of let it be so. You have God save the Queen or God save the King, or be that as it may. Here the grammar is fossilized, so you don't try to change it, you just enjoy it the way it is. And then you have the were subjunctive, the hypothetical one. This is the one we meet in unreal conditionals, wishes and optative expressions. So you might hear, if I were you, I wish she were here. He acts as if he were king of the world. In formal English, were is used for all persons. I were, he were, you were, etc. In everyday speech, though, people often say, I wish I was. But some grammar pedants still frown on it, especially in writing. So remember, were in this context is not the past tense, it's the subjunctive mood. It shows unreality, not time. What about let? So some phrases like let it snow, let him try, let it be might look subjunctive-ish, but grammatically let behaves more like a semi-modal verb here, followed by a bare infinitive. It's not strictly subjunctive, though the effect is similar. You're wishing or allowing something to happen. What about the optative mood, when we hope or regret? The optative isn't a tense, but a function. It expresses hopes, fears, or unreal desires. Now, naturally, the subjunctive loves to hang out here. So examples, I wish I were taller. If only I were in Paris right now. She wished he were with her. These aren't about what is, they're about what isn't, but could be. In our minds, in our hearts, and in our regrets. In other languages like Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, Arabic, Greek, etc., there's a far greater use of the subjunctive than in English. In those languages, entire verb conjugations shift into subjunctive mode. And speakers of those languages may expect to see a familiar system in English. So it's essential to guide them toward sometimes modal verbs instead. So he must go, she ought to leave, they should attend, instead of relying solely on he go, she leave, or they attend. So in English, the subjunctive is like a shy actor. It steps onto the stage only for special performances, formality, hope, regret, or even poetic expression. So if you say, if I were you, or come what may, or I suggest he leave, you're using a deep, expressive, ancient piece of English grammar thoughtfully and precisely. Thank you for watching.